Guess what? What you're holding on to is holding you back. And here's the other thing. Even when you think you've let go of something or got rid of it, if emotionally, spiritually, you're still angry, upset, resentful, bitter, unforgiving, you're still holding on to it. Cutting people off doesn't set you free. I'm going to say that again. When you cut people off, you do not set them free. Until it's done at the emotional and the spiritual level, which takes forgiveness. And the way you know if you have forgiven is because you're not stimulated emotionally by that person, by thoughts of that person, by seeing that person, by thinking of whoever that is. And it doesn't even have to just be people. Most of the times, though, a lot of us are being held back by having energetic attachments to people. And I'm someone that actually went through what's called a cord cutting ceremony recently. And I did feel some relief from it. But yet, the thinking mind, it doesn't let you rest. You continue going about your life, and then things pop up, or you'll see this person or something comes up, and then what? You're right back there. So did you really release them? Right? You can speak forgiveness into people's lives, right? You can speak forgiveness, release, wanting people to be happy. And a lot of times that's good enough for us. But then there's things, think about this. There are things that you have, right, that associate you with this person. So you still have their energy in your space, because even though you cut somebody off, if you're still holding on to some things that they gave to you, they shared with you, guess what? There's still an attachment there. It's not until you do, drum roll please, a purge, a total purge to release everything. Here's the thing, if you really want to let that person go. And yet, I'll be honest with you, northern New Mexico, I wish we were getting bombed with blizzards of snow, because it's dry and that's not going to be good for the spring and into the summer. But it's unseasonably warm, and I feel like this spring cleaning coming upon me right now. And what's interesting is I just had a download. I hope that you'll connect with this message. If you do, comment down below. So I did this sacred medicine recently called Combo. I should have like a sleeveless shirt so I could show you the marks, but they burn these marks in you, and then they apply the medicine where those burns are. And the way I can describe it is, first you get real warm, and then my stomach started gurgling, and you're drinking a lot of water. And it's not a hallucinogenic type medicine. I didn't realize that really the whole thing with the medicine is for you to purge, for you to puke. And I sure puked. You get nauseous, and then you're like doing this breath work, and boom, here it comes, like projectile vomit. You have a big bucket. And so I had some flashbacks about my drinking days. That was interesting. Is like the first one, I could tell I was a little bit resistant to purging because of my alcoholism and how bad I used to be about just getting shit-faced wasted, puking. And so there was some resistance there, and it was like deja vu, right? But it was under a different circumstance. This is like 13 years into the future of really doing a lot of healing work. And here I am again, projectile vomiting, blah! Like harsh, man, intense. Intense. And if that's like too graphic for you, right? You're just going to have to bear with me, because there is a point to be made that I think can benefit all of us, because I just had a revelation that the whole combo is about purging, and they say that, you know, it clears blockages. It actually clears your immune system, and there's a lot of really powerful stuff. And this is like the ancient, you know, this is ancient knowledge that, you know, in the Western world of medicine, you know, we discredit this shit. We say, man, that's just crazy shit. And I'm like, I don't know if it's so crazy. I really do have a mindset. I've always liked to do life on life's terms, just be all natural. I believe our food can help us heal more than anything. Our minds, actually. It starts in the mind. If you have an unhealthy mind, you're going to have an unhealthy life, an unhealthy body. That's what I'm always talking about here, is like, man, get that mind right. Positive affirmations. And that's a relentless battle each and every day. So back to the combo, whether you are open to those things or not, I can just tell you in my own personal experience, what has just come through for me, and it makes perfect sense, is in the days after, which is literally like the last 2 days after doing this ceremony, man, I have had this wild hair up my ass to clean. And not just clean, but to literally like eliminate stuff. And, you know, all while I'm still just checking in with myself at a energetic level to really be present and be like, okay, I know I did some plant medicine. How do I feel different? What's coming up that's different for me now versus a few days ago? And I'm still trying to fine tune that, because I actually did 3 ceremonial sacred medicines, one after the other. It was a triple whammy, man. It was a triple whammy. Never was out of my mind or anything like that. It was just surrender and trust. And I'm open to just exploring, you know, the mysteries of this life, looking at other ways to heal and expand and maybe have some breakthrough in life, which is a really awesome thing. But it's interesting that it just came to me a few moments ago, really, because I'm literally downloading my vehicle. I'm getting rid of all this stuff. I have a storage that has a bunch of stuff, and I'm like, man, I need to clear out all that. I need to clear out all this. And I'm like, wait, what am I doing? I'm purging. The medicine has asked me to purge, and here's the thing about purging is where it ties into connection, relationships, right? The old things that no longer serve you is, man, we hold on to things. Sentimental value. Oh, my high school trophy or whatever. My, you know, my girlfriend's gift to me, the socks she gave me 10 years ago or whatever it is, man. And it's like, there's energy on that, which we think, oh no, it's just a thing. And it's like, nah, man, that shit's got sentimental value. If you're afraid to get rid of it, that means it's got sentimental value. If you're someone that can't let go of something, my favorite shirt or whatever. I remember there's a video, Wayne Dyer, he talks about teaching his kids a lesson. And it started with his son. His son went to a concert and came back with his favorite band, you know, came back with a t-shirt from the concert. And Wayne had asked him, hey man, is that your favorite shirt? And he's like, yeah, man, I love these guys. This is my favorite shirt all time. And he said, cool, can I have it? He's like, nah, man, you can't have my shirt. It's my favorite shirt. He's like, that's why I want it, because it's your favorite shirt. You need to learn to let go. And it's true, we do. We hold on to shit, man, way past the expiration date. Some of us have abandonment issues that we sabotage things that we should hold on to, right? Because we have worthiness issues, which is the other side of that. There's things that are good for you that make you feel so fucking uncomfortable that you try and sabotage and push it away. And you reject it because you're used to being treated like a piece of shit. And here's somebody that's like healthy and secure and wants to truly, genuinely love you for who you are. And you're like, I can't have that. I'm used to being treated like shit. Get out of my life. Let me go find someone that treats me like shit. You guys can relate to this. I know you can. And yet, the same is true with stuff that we hold on to. So I'm realizing with this combo is that my time to do a really deep purge of stuff is now. And if it's time for me, I'm just offering you an invitation to look around your life at what are some things that you can let go of. And don't even try and make sense of it, man. I'm telling you, if you start getting in the, well, I would need to sell it. That's worth $5. That's worth 10. That's worth 50. Fuck it, man. Either go donate it or put it in a trash bag and get rid of it. I'm going to say that again. I know you want to negotiate with yourself. That's some grief. That's loss, right? That's loss. Oh no, well, I don't know. It's going to be too much of a hassle to sell and XYZ. And it's like, no, man, just let it go. Let it go. Get it out of your life. And I just did that. I went through a bunch of my clothes, loaded up a bunch of my clothes, and, I'm going to go donate them. I'm going to go dump them in the donation box. And, I got a big other huge bag full of shit that I'm just like, I'm just letting this stuff go. I don't even want to think about, is this $10 and $20? I don't have time for that. I would much rather have the clear energy in my life than trying to figure out, to meet up with somebody and negotiate. I'm like, I don't have time for that. But what I realized is the medicine, it was a purge, but it's also stimulating a purging mode for me to not even be here doing it. But I have this storage and I'm like, I'm going to purge the storage. The storage needs to be released. There's very few things in there. Again, if it's not even something that you're interacting with, think about it. And you should be doing this with your wardrobe every 6 months. If there's something that you don't wear, right, don't try on, don't even acknowledge for at least 6 months, you should just let it go. And what you do is you do open up space. You do lighten your load. And this is something that I've been needing to do for some time. It's kind of interesting. I've been through some moves in the last several years that have never been planned fully. Some of it has been the bottom getting pulled out from underneath me, and I'm having to scramble to get a place. And yeah, I'm at a place right now where for me to minimalize my life to the fullest extent, and a lot of that is purging things that could potentially have energetic attachment, sentimental value, and they're things that I need to be able to find the courage and the strength to let go of. And I just hope that message resonates with you. I hope that's something that can add some value to your life, that, spring is here, man. I mean, I'm in northern New Mexico. We should be getting bombed with snow, and it's just been too hot and too dry already. And yet, I'm really grateful for the fact that the days are getting a little longer, and the dry and hot is giving me a little more focus and energy to just sit there and say, you know what, I need to take care of this stuff, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to be resolute about it. I'm going to follow through. I want to purge. And so I'll keep you guys up to date on that. But I think purging is so important. We hold on to things, man. We hold on to things. That sentimental value. What does that mean to you, It's like someone's long gone or something's long gone, and you're just still holding on to it, which is kind of giving you justification to continue mourning and the loss and the having memories of old. And it's like, the best thing that you could do for yourself is to be right here and now. And if someone or something is gone, you need to be able to trust, find the strength and the courage to trust that the things that are no longer there it's no one's fault. It's not, you can't really do the bargaining like, I could have done it different, or I should have done it different. If I could have just changed this or said that or done this. And it's like, all of that is good for you to be able to really focus on how can you become better, so that when the next thing comes, you don't take it for granted and you show up as a more healed, more complete version of yourself. Mental, emotional, spiritual, physical, and financial health. And you do have the power to do that. I say after every, expired thing, whether it's a job that ended or a relationship that ended, the most important thing you can do is two things. Write down a list of all the things you did that you felt were good and right in that connection, that situation. And then write down a list of all the things that you think you could do better, and give yourself some credit for the things you did good and right? Really give yourself some credit. Really sit on that and be proud of yourself. Right? A lot of times we're hard on ourselves, but then look at the things that you can do better, knowing that you're learning, you're growing, you're evolving, you haven't arrived yet, and that if you're able to really find some real low-hanging fruit, some areas that you can work on developing who you are, your character, your emotional stability, so that you can become a better version of yourself, so that ultimately the cool thing is you'll attract in things that align with the better version of yourself, versus if you just kind of ignore and play it off like, I'm good, let me just hurry up and move on to the next thing. And it's like, man, no, you should really take some time to reflect, really take some time to process and have these evaluations and these introspective times with yourself. And a lot of people in the modern age, we're in too big of a hurry that we don't want to give ourselves that permission. We don't want to stop and really process through these things. And you hear it all the time. All the bad advice out there. Hurry up, man. The way you get over this thing is to get right in another thing. And it's like, that's terrible advice. That's terrible advice. Because if you look back on your life, you're going to find patterns. I mean, I see patterns. I see patterns in my life. And it's not even about the people. It's about me. I see me replaying responses and reactions and things that I know that in my heart of hearts, I want to show up as a better version of me. I want to have greater self-mastery in all situations. And that gives me more room to grow. That gives me a greater opportunity today. Regardless of how long I've been on the journey, regardless how long you've been on the journey, we all have opportunities each and every day to become 1% better than who we were yesterday. It's me versus me. I'm looking at who the guy I was yesterday, and I'm saying, how can I be a little better? And, that takes a lot of strength. A lot of people won't even give themselves 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour to just sit with yourself and really chalk up some of the wins, reflect on some of the things that you can improve, and then really put in the work to bring about the development of who you are, right, at a personal level, to really become the improved version of yourself. As an adult, that's a very challenging thing. But I'm telling you, if there's something you're looking forward to do right now, man, get in that spring cleaning mode. Release the things that are just sitting there. They're just collecting space, and it's clutter. And once you do this, man, your space feels lighter. But here's the thing. You're going to keep doing it over and over and over again. Here's the broken record. If you don't put in systems to create better organization, better flow of clothes, and how to continuously purge things out on a regular basis, you're going to be repeating this cycle over and over and over again. And a lot of you feel that way just about life. You're continuing to repeat cycles and patterns and feeling like, man, I can't break through this. I'm stuck. That's where you're feeling like you're stuck. And in order to change, you got to do something drastic. You got to make some major moves. And so I hope you can find the courage right here, right now, to literally not overthink it. Just start looking, right? Make one wave, right? Get all the things you know you don't want, right? For sure, get rid of the things you know you just can live without. You can put them in a bag and forget about it. Drop it off at a donation center. Fucking dump it in the trash, man. Like those things for sure. But then go through and really feel the energy of other things in your life and be like, you know, does this really belong in my life, or am I holding on to it for some other reason because it maybe brings up a memory or a time in my life that's kind of past? And it's like, it's a really good opportunity for you to empower yourself to let go of things that no longer serve you in the now. Things that no longer serve you in the now are things that are gone. Yes, there's lessons learned if you're learning the lesson, ways to improve, right? Yes, there's some good memories, and most of us get caught up on the good that we totally negate the bad shit that we've been through because we want to fantasize about it in its best form. But when it comes to our own life, we beat ourselves up in the worst form. So, these are some good reflection points. Purging is an incredible opportunity for you to start really cleaning and clearing a stuck environment. You're a product of your environment. Look around. What are things that you don't use? I even did this on a silly level. I'll share this with you. But most of the time I'm living by myself, and I had a full set of like plates and knives and forks and all the utensils, and it's like, man, the days of like hosting parties and needing full sets of shit, for a lot of people that's done. We'd rather, instead of hosting people, I think a lot of people would rather go out and eat and like pay for people and do that kind of thing. And so I was like sitting there saying, man, I'm gonna like keep using things, and then next thing you know, I have like plates and dishes and bowls to clean for a whole freaking huge family, an army of people, and it's like I'm one person most of the time. So I literally put everything away to the side, and I have like 2 spoons, 2 forks, 1 knife, and like 2 bowls and a plate. It's like, that's all I need. Little things like that simplify your life, and I'm telling you, that's going to give you more time, more energy to focus on other things that matter to you. It's time to start really focusing in on what matters. And if you're someone that wants to join me on this journey, click on the link down below, pull the trigger on a 1% better everyday journal. It will truly allow you to start breaking through the stuck places that you find yourself. You'll be able to start sorting through life's challenges, processing your wounded state of being. You'll also be able to start transforming the negative mind into a positive mind. And packed in there's a complete 91-day program from self-sabotage to self-mastery for you to really start seeing the path of this healing spiritual journey that's being presented to you. If you're hearing this message, you're chosen. You're somebody that has a absolute calling to make an impact on this planet. How big or how small, it doesn't matter. The greatest impact you can do is become the best version of yourself. You don't have to figure out how. You just gotta start doing the things you know that will make you a better person every single day. Stay locked in. Stay the course. I know y'all are hearing me. Stay locked in. Stay the course. Stay true to the mission, because you know the drill. Results kill excuses, because if it was easy, it wouldn't be worth it. Greg's out.